The Crucible. In Puritan Salem, Massachusetts, a group of girls go dancing in the forest with a black slave named Tituba. While dancing, Reverend Paris sees them. One of the girls, Paris's daughter Betty, falls into a coma. A crowd gathers at their home and rumors of witchcraft circle. Reverend Hale, an expert of witchcraft, is called for. Paris questions Abigail Williams, the leader of the girls. Abigail, who is Paris's niece, says they were only dancing. Paris tells the other girls not to admit to anything and tries to calm the crowd of people at her home. John Proctor, a local farmer, talks to Abigail in private. Unknown to anyone else, Abigail and Proctor had an affair previously, and Elizabeth Proctor fired her from the farm after finding out. Abigail is still in love with Proctor, but Proctor dismisses it. Betty wakes up and screams. Everyone rushes upstairs to her room. Downstairs, Proctor, Paris, Giles Corey, and Thomas Putnam are arguing about money and land. As they argue, Reverend Hale arrives and examines Betty. Reverend Hale questions Abigail about their activities in the woods and demands to speak to Tituba. Paris and Hale interrogate Tituba, and she eventually admits to speaking to the devil. Abigail then agrees and admits she saw the devil conspiring with different townspeople. Betty joins them and starts naming witches. The town is thrown into uproar. A week later, John and Elizabeth Proctor are talking about the witch trials, and Elizabeth tells John to denounce Abigail as a fraud, but John refuses. Mary Warren, their servant and friend of Abigail, returns from Salem, telling them that Elizabeth has been accused of being a witch, but the court has not pursued the charge. Mary is sent to bed, and John and Elizabeth continue to argue, but are interrupted by Reverend Hale. Soon, Giles Corey and Frances Nurse arrive with news their wives have been arrested. Suddenly, officers of the court arrive and arrest Elizabeth. After she is gone, John tells Mary that they must go and expose Abigail and the other girls as liars. The two go to the court and tell Judge Danforth that Mary will testify that the girls are lying. Danforth is suspicious of Proctor's motives, but says because Elizabeth is pregnant, she will be spared for now. Mary then testifies the girls are lying. The girls are brought in and accuse Mary of being a witch. Proctor admits to his affair with Abigail, and she only accused Elizabeth out of jealousy. Danforth then brings Elizabeth up to confirm the news of the affair. Elizabeth, unaware of what has just taken place, lies to protect her husband's honor. Mary, nervous now, accuses Proctor of being a witch, and he is arrested. A few months pass, and the witch trials are causing chaos. Hale has lost faith in the courts and tries to convince the accused to confess to save their lives. Elizabeth talks John into falsely confessing. The court rejoices, but says the admission must be made public. This angers John, and he rips up the confessions. Proctor is sent to the gallows to be hung, along with the others on trial.